This is Drop Tent Media Network.
No.
All right, well, we can't talk about that, I guess.
And we already talked about acting school.
Perfect.
That's true.
I have nothing to put in. So
That's what he said.
I got. Whoops.
We're dating.
Okay. Well, we've got something to put in. We're going to put in our podcast in your ears, in your face.
In your ears and your face. I like that.
We're dating.
We're dating.
It's a podcast about relationships.
And dating.
And sex.
It's a lot about sex, actually.
I'm Alejandro Morales.
I'm Rachel Peters.
And with us today, we have our special guest, Zach Travis.
Hey, everybody at home. How are y'all?
Welcome to the pod.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. This is great. I love a basement.
Yeah, okay.
We don't get them up in Alabama, so woo,
Oh,
hot damn.
okay.
Don't get basements in Alabama.
Oh no, the ground's too wet.
That's actually, yeah,
Wow.
you know, I
Ooh.
should have considered that. Yeah.
Glad something's too wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Look, we had a lot of, see, growing up, we had parties in the, that's when, like, as you got to be, like, a little bit older of a teenager, you'd want to have your parties in the basement where there would be, like, no adult supervision.
Was it an unfinished or finished basement?
It was half finished.
Okay.
Like, half of it had, like, a little cheap carpet from the 70s. The other half was just, like, a concrete floor and the boiler and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we had, like, a neon, like, a black light that we'd put on. Yeah, we'd play, like, spin the
Gross.
bottle.
That sounds like a bad
It was the
idea.
90s. We didn't know what else to do.
Black lights and spin the bottle. You guys are doing like mini rave, like Rave Junior.
We were taking little baby aspirin.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember there was my dad's basement was finished. And that was the one where I didn't bring anybody over because my dad was not friendly. And then my mom's basement was unfinished. And I brought people over and would fully make out with them in the basement. And my mom would come down and find me and she would just go, Rachel.
That's
my mom was cool. My mom didn't care if she found me doing anything as long as I was being safe.
Oh, we love that. We
Yeah, I love
those
a liberal
moms.
mom who's sex positive, but like maybe also too sex positive.
Were people holding you back in high school from your urges?
Sure, especially considering there were no basements in high school. So, as we went over earlier, if this is the basement episode, I got nothing to add to it.
Well, did you go to did you have like bonfire parties or like what was the flavor?
In high school?
Yeah.
No, I was a huge nerd. In high school.
No.
Oh, man. Guess what? The best date I had was raiding Velios Peak in fucking EverQuest in high school, baby. Oh, man. Some people will get that. Almost none of you will. But Lord in heaven. Oh, man. We were terrible in high school. Like, we were just not even worried about fucking getting sniz. I tell you what.
You weren't worried about it at all?
Yeah.
It was.
When did you start worrying about it?
Yeah.
For the life of me, God bless.
Wow.
It just, I think it was like, it's sort of just like the evolution of dinosaurs. Like,
okay.
When did they show up? I don't know. They were just there one day.
Okay.
One day I was like, dude, I gotta fuck. I don't.
You crawled out of the ocean 10,000 years later. You're like, I'm horny.
Wait a minute. What have I been doing with my life? I hate video games.
See, fans of the podcast, my mom, will know that Rachel and I started early. We were both horny from a very young age.
Oh, God.
And throughout. So
Yeah.
for us, it just has been the whole time.
It's been a consistent burden.
So for you,
honestly.
sort of after high school, college, your 20s, kind of a
something like that.
All right,
sure.
yeah.
Horny,
Do you remember some of like the formative parties that made you the party animal you are today?
Oh my goodness. So I did a lot of when I was a kid. There was a lot of like DIY punk shows and stuff like that. Those always ended miserably.
Why did they end miserably?
I don't know. I guess it was just like hanging out. Everybody's listening to music, and I always get like really distracted. I always feel like a lot of people go to parties. They're like, let's have some fun, but I'm going to go get laid. And I go to a party like, ha, party. And then everybody's going to go have sex. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to worry about that. I should have thought about talking to a person.
Or you're too pure a party.
I guess. I love a good party. The sex afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was, I don't know. That's the reason.
What's a party to you? Because in my head,
Well, Rachel,
it's like,
what even is
wait,
that?
how does that even work? No, like half of the parties that I used to throw in like college, the one party where I wasn't concerned about having sex, all the parties I wasn't concerned with getting laid was because I was hosting them. And those always ended poorly because one ended with, hey, somebody jumped off the roof.
Always a good time.
Yeah. And then another one was, hey, somebody shit in a trash can. Guess what? Same party.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had one party growing up, is what you're saying. All of those parties I hosted. Well, the one
The
that I
one
hosted.
where both things happened horribly.
Yeah.
No, I also had a horrible toga party that nobody came to, and then this one girl graffitied on the wall of our apartment. And then I had a really badass roommate from New Jersey who, shout out to New Jersey, the realest ones come from New Jersey, took her by the arm to the graffiti. It was like, you did this. You clean this up. And like her friends were like, she'll clean it out. She'll clean it out. She'll clean it out. And then she's like cleaning it up. And her friend's like, honestly, you're welcome. You're welcome.
wow.
Yeah. So those are my experiences with hosting parties. So from that perspective, I think I understand, like, you don't go to have sex because you got to make sure that things are fine. But every other party I've been to, my goal is to get laid.
Really?
Yeah.
And I
That's
usually have
great.
a bit-
Never. Literally never. No.
No.
Have you
I
ever
go-
had sex?
Mm?
Should you be on this
Maybe.
podcast?
Lord, no. Like most parties I go to, I like go to a party to like, oh man, I'm gonna drink 1 million beers,
Okay.
and then the rest of the plan is over. Like
Okay.
it's like we get to that point, and then lizard brain takes over, and I figure out where I end up.
Has
But
anybody attacked you at a party?
have I been in a fight?
No, somebody just put it on you.
So another problem that I also have, supremely oblivious.
Oh, that's fun.
I'll be at a party and someone will be like, "Oh my god!" I've realized several times after a party, like, "Oh fuck, she was hitting on me." Like as I'm like walking on home to the bus, like, well, the party's over. Like I like leaving a party. Someone's like, "So what are you doing?" Like, I'm probably gonna go home. It's like, "Oh, cool. Where's that?" Like, I don't know, a couple miles from here. Bye, and then fucking just like walk away. And then a day later, I'll be like, "Oh, whoops." My bad.
I love your realization sound.
I could have blew loads in somebody. That would have been fun. Oh well.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think that I go into party again because most of the parties I go to are almost exclusively heterosexual comedians.
Yeah.
So I also go to a party just being like, well, I hope they have some good booze. I hope somebody brought some weed.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to like hitting that sweet spot of like 3 or 4 drinks and then like a joint. Oh, and then you feel so good, and then you're ready for bed. And that's
Yeah, man,
Am
that's
I
great.
the only person that goes to a party hoping to have sex in this triad? Because I
guess
only
so.
sometimes do. I mean, we've talked about this on the pod, how Alejandro and I went in to kiss at a party, and Alejandro just ended up being the person I kissed at a party once.
Oh yes, well we had a horny lady with us.
A horny friend.
A good friend, a lovely lady. We're not
Lovely
going to mention
person?
any names on this podcast.
No names.
No names on this one.
Names. There's I just was recently actually on a podcast where I was talking about the rumor mill of the Philly comedy community of the big dick and small dick rumor mill.
Yeah.
And they were all like, names. And I was like, I won't on the podcast.
Not on the podcast.
Except for the big dick ones, because I want them to feel seen and appreciated.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Don't they already?
I mean, maybe I was named. Ugh.
No, you were not.
I was not. Having fun on the Weird Dating podcast.
Yeah, there we go. We're
Getting
dating.
called out
Did you
for
call it weird dating?
Weird Dating podcast.
Kind of like the weird dating thing. Because it's honestly, all the dates I've been on are quite weird.
Sure.
I think
Because you're on them.
because
And you're a freak.
I kind of bully people into on dates. I bully people into not dating me.
Well, sometimes you ever do that? I think we talked about that a little bit about being on your worst behavior on a first date just to see if they can put up with it.
Yeah.
You ever do that? That's
Oh,
some
my
sociopath
God.
shit. And I've definitely done it.
Yeah, that's two crazy people talking right now. What?
Yeah, just
What?
your worst
Yeah.
behavior on the first date, just so like warts and all. This is how you are. So if
This
they
is
don't
it.
run after that, then you can depend on them for a few more dates.
See,
Yeah.
that exact opposite.
Okay.
I am on my best behavior to the point of I'm a completely different person on my first date. I'm just hanging out. Like, what do you like to do? I don't know. Name 5 things that you like to do, and I probably like those too. That's you like sheep herding? No way. I've got 10 books.
sheepdogs.
I've got to figure it out. No, dude. I hate being on dates, especially first dates, because I'm just like on edge. Because of my stupid brain to think that like, oh, if I do one thing wrong, this person is going to get up and tell me I'm a loser and never talk to me ever again.
Oh no. Have you ever lied on a first date, like to the point where it's a lie you couldn't get out of?
I have never lied in my entire life.
Look at those
Good.
fucking
So
sociopathic blue eyes and tell me he's telling the truth.
Never once.
Okay, so you have. And
No, again, I've never lied.
But was it one you couldn't get out of?
Well, I don't tell lies.
Okay, so you've
Okay.
just only told lies you could get out of.
No, because I've never lied. I'm going to go on record as never lying.
You know what? Me too.
Yeah.
If we're going on the record, yeah, I've always been honest.
Oh, I'm a
100%.
I help people cross the street regularly. And I'm
George Washington doesn't have shit on me.
I'm a filthy little liar. My eyes are brown and full of shit, just
Oh,
like
God.
me. Like,
Please.
oh my
Right.
god.
Please tell me one of the lies that you did that you could not get out of.
Oh, I've definitely done the cum bluff.
Oh.
What is
Girls have done a cum bluff before.
Like where you just
bluff?
lie about coming.
I just lie and said like, no guy's ever made me cum.
Oh, that bluff.
Yeah, I've done a cum bluff.
Oh, and
All
then
right.
you're like, and then you come and you're like, wow.
Oh my god,
You
you're
made me
amazing.
cum.
Yeah, I've done a cum bluff before.
Well, it's kind of a nice lie. It's
That's
kind
a
of
good lie.
It's like okay, because
ego
it's
boost.
not one like nobody's gonna. I mean, now everybody. Now your mom will know because your mom watches the podcast, but basically nobody else. Actually, my mom recently watched the podcast, and
Okay.
she literally she went, "That episode was really funny. Could you call me?" But yeah, no, I've done a cum bluff, so that's a lie that I've told on a date.
Interesting.
I've also said I don't drink that much. That is a lie I've
Wow.
told
Yeah.
on a date.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then what else? Oh, I have once said like, oh no, all my breakups were pretty amicable.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
That's one
really
where I
good.
would say is 50% true. It's like pretty true.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, well, there was one. And that's when I'm just like, destroy it.
I think the lie that I do the most, and it's the most self-destructive and quickly self-destructive lies that I do is when I butch myself up on a date and try to act more masculine than I am and present myself as more manly than I really am. And it works. That's the thing. It works, but then like I can't keep that up.
I was gonna say, yeah. What is the moment of your tell? What is like the thing that always breaks your butchness?
I don't know. It's a very thin exterior. I don't think it's one crack. I think it just I can't like this more the longer I talk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's pretty true.
yeah.
I will say, I thought you were really cute when I first met you, and then I heard you talk, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Rachel groped my chest the first time that we met, and it was fucking hot. It was great.
Nice.
Nobody ever touches me like that. It was nice. Yeah.
Nobody ever touches. That's.
Yeah. When does anybody ever like sensually like, you know, like your little.
I'll admit, Rachel's also done that to me. So yeah, she's got to move.
The
I
cum
think.
bluffer strikes again.
He's gonna call me the cum bluffer.
It's kind of a good nickname.
That's gonna be my new wrestling name. That's yeah, the cum bluffer.
I'm the cum bluffer.
Okay, so we've
No, you're really good at it. Don't worry.
yeah, just like that. That's how you deliver the lie.
No, you're great.
I love having sex with you.
Damn, I've never felt like this before in my life.
Can I have $50?
Oh no!
I've never asked for money after.
Sure, after. Before.
Okay.
It's called the date.
Bang
Oh
bong.
man. Okay, so we've established that you're not going to a party looking to score.
Sure.
So where is it more? Where's your sweet spot? Is it you have a bar that you go to, or is there a circle of friends? Who knows? Some people have circle of friends. I don't know what straight people do. So I have no idea. So
Sure.
feel free to correct me if I start to get offensive. Like what? Is it online? Like where do you thrive?
Usually where I thrive is when a woman has decided that they really want to have sex with me and then pester me enough until I believe that and I go, oh, I guess we're going to have sex.
That's game.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you get bullied into submission.
Most of the time, yes. I go, oh, like again, it's all just like
Somebody has
suddenly like a wave of realization washes over me. They're sitting on the tarmac
Yes.
with the lights coming. Please, right here, right? Put it here. And eventually I'll go, oh. And then suddenly I'm fucking naked with them. And then
even when you're naked, you're just like, so what are we doing?
I don't, is this, do we you want to play chess after this? I don't.
Wait, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
22?
Okay, you're good looking for a late bloomer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Put that in the fucking bank, baby. Put a fucking thing. You're good looking
it's like
for a late bloomer.
Yeah, it's
Bam, put it around my face.
It's like saying, hey, you should have been fucking sooner. I think you should have been
You
fucking
should have
sooner.
been fucking at least 2 years sooner, if not 3.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't stop looking at the camera. Look at me. Make eye contact with the person.
Okay, thank you.
This isn't stop it. Okay, so you were 22. What was that situation?
Oh man, that's a good story.
Okay.
I forgot about that. That's a good one.
You forgot that you lost your virginity.
Number one, I forget a lot of things.
Okay.
Like when I lie to people. So I was seeing this girl and something wasn't working out and I was weirded out and I was like, and I like went to her and I was like, hey, I don't really think we should do this anymore. I appreciate you. Still never had sex. We'd like made out a couple times and I was just like, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I wake up the next day. It's a Saturday. It's like 8 a.m. and she's like banging on the door.
Oh.
Still live with my parents at this point.
Oh.
All right.
I guess, right? Time. She's banging on my door, and I go up, and she's like, you gotta come with me. And I was like, do what? What are we doing? And she's just do this, and like she like pulls me. We go to her car, and like she just starts driving. She starts driving and driving and driving, and it's like 45 minutes.
So
I'm like, she's just driving, and we get out into the fucking boonies, and there's like cornfields and cows and shit. I'm like,
in silence?
mostly, I'm like, what's
Oh,
going?
no!
I was like, what's going on? What are we doing? And she's just like not talking to me, and
And no part of you thinks you're gonna get killed.
oh
or
no,
kidnapped.
immediately after
I'm a dead
a
man.
little while, after like the first cornfield, I was like, wait a minute, someone's gonna kick my ass, and so like, and then she pulls off the road, goes down a dirt road. I'm like, what do we need to talk about? Like, what's going on? And she stops the car, puts it in park, grabs me by the shirt, throws me into the back, and it's like, we're gonna fuck right now. And then I had sex for the first time.
Wow.
Wait, I feel like as a lost virginity story, that's not that fun, but like as a sex story, that's really hot.
Wow. And you could perform under those circumstances.
Turns out,
Is somebody like threw me
today,
into the
probably not. No.
Would you still be too afraid? Would you have too many questions?
I would be
I would have a
nervous.
lot of questions. I would be like, what do we do? What's going on? Actually,
No,
no,
I need-
that would be very hot.
Oh,
for
no,
me.
there's-
No, for me, that would be very attractive.
She's fucking all right.
I'm a psycho.
If anybody would like, just grab Rachel. Just
No.
grab her.
No.
No, I am breaking the fourth wall. I recently did a podcast where I was just like, I've never gotten a dick pic, and damn it, no one wants to send one to me. And everybody on the podcast was just like, no, Rachel, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah. Don't
You
do
won't
that.
get them. To be
I
fair-
never get a dick pic. No one. Well, I'm like talking to the podcast god. Dick pics.
Dick pics. Anybody wants to send Alejandro a dick pic, go for it. You might get one in return.
Send them,
get so
send them to
many.
the We Are Dating
You get
Instagram.
so many?
I see a ton of dick pics all the time. Because on Grindr, you're allowed. It's just like Grindr, you say, hey, and then they just send you the dick. Because I mean, that's what you're going to be working with, right? You know, you're on Grindr. It's not. There's no pretense there. It is the sex app. So let's just get it out of the way.
What is the like rainbow of dicks? Like,
What
is
is
there
the
really pretty
rainbow-
ones? Are there like ugly ones? Like, I want to know about all the dicks.
You want to know about all the dicks?
Yeah.
You be a gay
Show
man.
me.
That's the only way. There's only one way through, and that's the back.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I feel like if somebody like chucked me into a back seat and was like, "Get hard," that's where I would. But then if I was 22 and I was a virgin, I would probably be like hard the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
It was a fear boner. It was just I was raging on adrenaline and
I will say, like, the feeling of like a 22-year-old boner, now it's just a memory.
oh yeah.
It's a
gives off
fond
heat.
memory. Yeah. You're just like, why is this so hard? This is like a rock. The first couple
Cement.
boners I felt in my head, I was like, this is like a rock. And it's not the same anymore.
Don't get old, kids.
Don't get
Don't do
old.
it.
Also, if you're a child, don't watch this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18 and over, please.
Please, 18 and over.
Orgies.
17. Oh, yeah, orgies.
Orgies. I'm not sure. Are we going to have that much to talk about on orgies? I'm like
we're all just going to
searching my memory bank.
We're weird nerds.
I can't say. I'll name mine. So that I
Okay.
can get-
Okay, wait. How about this? Can we do this?
Okay.
Everybody, close your eyes
Uh-huh.
and put up on your fingers the number of orgies you've been to. All right.
Okay.
One,
All right.
2,
Three.
3.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. Hey.
Okay, all right, yeah.
All right.
Everybody
We're
has one.
all, yeah. This is kind of like, all right,
Evenly
we're on
matched.
even playing.
Why did you do one on each finger?
Because I wanted to. I don't know.
For the audio listeners, you guys should say how many you held up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for the listeners, yes.
I held up one.
I held up 2.
And I held up one on each finger.
One for the pink and one for the stink.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man.
Okay, all right.
I
Zach,
guess maybe it's like a thing because I guess group sex and orgies aren't technically the same thing.
well,
What's
okay,
the difference?
Yeah, define the difference.
An orgy, in my opinion, is like a party where people go to have sex, and it's usually in a large group.
Right.
Group sex can be defined upwards of a
Orgy is a type of group
a
sex.
minimum of like a threesome.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But
It's
like
like an apple is a type of fruit, or a Toyota Tercel is a type of car. I like
why the
this.
Toyota Tercel? That
I
seems
don't know. Yeah, I don't like that one.
an
Okay,
apple is a
that
type of
is the
fruit,
origin
and
of a
my type
car.
of car is a type of car.
In that case, I have to amend my answer. So I've done one group sex and one orgy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because one was something that became group sex that I didn't go there for that.
Okay.
I was just hanging out with this is gonna sound really promiscuous and whorish. I was just hanging out with 3 of my gay friends, and one of us had a hotel room to like party in. And this is the era that I was doing. Sorry, Mom, a little bit of cocaine. This is a long time ago. This is 1970s. You guys, it was
You
Studio
guys don't
54. So we went to the hotel, and then my 3 friends are hanging out in the hotel room. I go into the bathroom to do some drugs. I come out of the bathroom. All of a sudden, everybody's dick is out, and I was like, "All right, okay, we're all here." And they were like kind of my buddies, so I felt a little bit weird. But then,
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, you're just like, well, there is now a dick in my hand, and
2 in the bush.
fun.
May as well. Let's finish the orgy thing, but that's got to be such a like the gay community has to be like, yeah, those are my friends. I fuck them sometimes, like whatever.
Yeah, at its
It's
best.
a little different for
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little different for
Yes, for sure.
the straight community.
Not if you're in the theater world, but yeah, generally.
Yeah, well, I'm not, so
Which we already discussed. We won't bring it
we
up.
won't bring it up.
So you have attended events that were designed for this purpose.
I signed up for the Eventbrite. I paid the $50 that they
Holy
made me
shit.
pay. Yeah, this was like
because they have snacks, right?
they had snacks, and I think there's like a
I love the snacks.
so like it's like one of those things that's like it was $10 for women for like a fee, like a, what do you call it, like a it's like a
Yeah.
administrative fee, like an administrative fee, like of like well it's $10 or whatever, like for couples that were like guaranteed, both of them were like ready to go, it was like 30 or something
Okay.
like that, and like single dudes it was 50,
Right.
and the woman I was seeing at the time, she had already signed up and was like, you should do this. And I was like, you couldn't have told me earlier to save $20, but all right, that's fine. So I had
not
to
a
pay,
thoughtful lover.
I had
I
to
know.
pay the full 50. So yeah, like it's an Eventbrite that they set up here in Philly. And it was at somebody's apartment.
Oh,
Okay.
nice apartment.
The apartment was actually sick.
All right.
The apartment
floors?
the apartment was beautiful. It was a series of it was like an apartment building, but it was like a
Rent
2.5, 3 bedroom.
Is
Big.
it rent or own?
Who knows? I did
You didn't
honestly
get that information?
Rachel's on Zillow. She's like,
not in the mood to learn about how people the real estate of orgy havers, orgiists, orgines. I don't know. Boy.
Get into it. You got into the room, so you spent $50.
We're in the room, and I get there, and we're both there. We come together, and
already?
bingo, bongo. Lordy, I wish I came that night. And it was just a room of straight up 25 of the ugliest motherfuckers
no.
I had ever seen in my goddamn life.
All right. Yes.
Lord in heaven. I don't think I'm like the hottest dude in the world.
Okay.
But like I was in the room and I was like, I'm the hottest person here. And that's not a good thing.
Oh no.
It's not good. It's not a good thing to be the hottest person at the orgy.
Did she notice too, or
Yeah.
I bet.
yeah?
I never really asked her.
Did you have sex with anyone that night?
No.
Wow.
And you were just like, these snacks.
Were you by the snack table?
But here's the thing. Nobody had sex that night. I think it was a particularly bad orgy.
Particularly
Oh, no.
ugly orgy.
Yes.
Oh,
I think
God.
people started going there. I think one lady got like her pussy out
Oh.
and like the host was like, woo! And then it was like a host and hostess and the hostess was like, blah! She got in her fucking pussy for a little bit and then like there was a stripper pole and they goofed around and everybody like clapped, I think, which is maybe the saddest thing to happen at an orgy. And then like just eventually I was like, basically the whole time, like since I knew about this, I was like, I'm hyping myself up. I'm gonna fuck a bunch of people. I'm gonna be horny. Ugh. And then I got there and I was like, I want to go home. This is not fun. This is fucking. Ugh.
I love how
Fucking-
this is the thing. There's so many, I think there are a lot of people out there that probably think of orgies as like this really hot, sexy thing. And I'm going to say like probably 90% of them are not.
No.
Yeah.
You got to like eyes wide shut that shit. You got to be
100%
like
of the orgies I went
really-
to, I did not want to go to.
Well,
Wow.
okay, so you've got the sex party one.
Right.
And then what was the other one?
It was back in Alabama.
Okay.
This happened twice for some reason. So I guess 1, 2, but like it was, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was with my girlfriend, DIY shows. We go have sex, and then like one of her guy friends who I thought was gay comes in the room,
Whoops.
and like now we're all fucking and
Wait.
Wow.
Oh. What?
Surprise.
surprise. Yeah, it was a
Surprise.
little bit of a surprise.
You were just like, oh,
I was
okay.
like, what? And the only reason I'm not like, oh yeah, that or like fuck you or like I want to beat your ass is like he like got naked and he had the tiniest penis.
Ah, and you're like, great.
It was like,
Come in
Come on,
here.
buddy.
Like,
Bring
Come on,
it
little
in.
buddy. Come on.
no, it was like, it was fucking. It was like, damn. All right, come on.
Okay.
All right.
All right, come
I'll
on.
throw you a bone. Come on in here. Like,
And that was okay.
there,
that
but
was
for
not
the grace of
threatening.
God, go high.
So not
Like,
threatening for you
No,
in
it's
any
just
way.
like-
Just like if anything, you're like, come here, like let's
If
to
I
scale
remember
this.
correctly, he went down on her and she looked at me like, "Is this okay?" And I went, "I don't care. Whatever, dude." Fucking-
Go nuts.
Also, probably blackout at that point.
Right, yeah, as you would be.
Much of
when
what
you're
I
at a
remember.
DIY show.
Fucking feelings, dude. Fucking like images. Where's it coming from? Who knows? What
It's
really
just gonna
happened?
be small.
Don't care.
That's amazing because that's the time that I did not lose my virginity to a woman. We were at a house party. At a party.
Of course.
And we went to this loft to lose our virginity to each other. Me and this girl, we were both bisexual at the time. And then
A
We
phase
both
I
got
grew out
over
of.
that.
yeah, definitely. But we were gonna finally do it. I was gonna not be a gold star day. I was gay. I was gonna actually have sex with her. And so we go up to the loft and we're getting into it. And then this guy Luch comes up and he wants to have a three-way with us. And neither of us wanted to have a three-way with him. So we just went to sleep with him on top of us and woke up with him in the middle of us. So that was. So yeah, I guess that is kind of funny. It's similar to your story where we're both like, "Hey, okay, come on in."
You get it?
I guess
The water's warm.
the water's warm.
This is easier than telling you no, I guess.
Oh, so what about you? You held your fingers up.
Yeah.
I held my finger, one finger.
You've had an orgy.
I've had it was a group sex encounter.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. I was 18. And this is the thing. I remember it was this
Y'all
one.
did start early. God damn.
Yeah, dude. fucking went in.
orgy time.
It was this thing, like, I did nothing in high school. Like, I was a really straight edge kid. Like, I got high, like, maybe once. Like, I got drunk maybe once. Like, I was just sort of, like, testing the waters. And then before college, I was like, I got some catching up to do. So I did everything I could. And, like, this dude who's really hot at the time, we made out one night.
Not anymore.
I
I would like to go on record.
like to go on record that he got real ugly real fast. No, but he was like, this dude who was really hot at the time. We were making out, and then he was just like, we should have sex. And I went, no, I don't think we should. Like, I feel like you're still kind of like on the rocks with this chick that you might be dating, you might not be dating. I don't know if this is good. And he was just like, you know what? That's fair, because we might start going out again. And you know what? You're a good friend. And I just went, okay. And I went home. And the next morning he calls me. He just goes, hey, we're thinking of having a get together. And I was like, that sounds fun. And he goes, with no clothes. And I was like, oh. And I literally.
All right. As a man who once hit on a woman and was like, we should have sex by saying, how about you and me get nude sometime? We're going to have a get together, but with no clothes. I think that's one step below. I'm going to go ahead and say.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. But I remember just being like, oh, okay. And then he was like, but she doesn't really want it to just be the three of us because we had like it was already not a good setup because her and I had like a competitive thing together. And he was like, but I'm gonna invite this guy that you know, like he was a friend of ours. He was like, I'm gonna invite him and his girlfriend's like a 10, so it's gonna be awesome. And I was like, sick. I'm on the like metro going to the orgy going like, should I have group sex, like journaling, like trying
so
to
that's 3 girls and 2 guys, if I'm correct, if I'm
3
counting
girls,
right.
2 guys.
Okay, good for the guys, right?
Yes. So I show up. I'm drinking Smirnoff. Ice.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a little loose for the orgy. And then finally they go, oh, Andrew and his girlfriend. Oh, I was supposed to say the name.
Names,
Andrew, let's
names.
go. Andrew, if you have any problems with this, reach out to the Weird Dating Pod Instagram. Guys, check out Weird Dating Instagram on pod.instagram.tv.twitter.com.
Literally, so he shows up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend, not a 10.
Uh-oh.
No
Not
way.
as advertised.
And we're just like, all right. And so, but it's secretly, this is Jesse. Damn it.
All right, now you're just doing this on purpose. Rachel.
No,
Messy
That
Rachel.
was an accident.
All right, so you get to the-
anyway, so
Are there snacks at the party?
So we get there. There are no snacks. There were no snacks.
See, that's why you need the Eventbrite. That's why you need to charge money, because you got to bring snacks.
Yes.
What are you gonna? People gonna show up? They're like, "Oh, my blood sugar," and then they're not gonna be able to
you're gonna have a
fuck.
couple seconds, then you can fuck longer. Exactly.
See?
But literally, like, I'm there and I'm immediately like, I don't want to do this. Like, what am I doing?
Oh God.
Yep,
this is awful.
exactly how I felt in mine.
Exactly. But then we start hooking up. Me and the dude, Jesse. I've already said his name. Me and Jesse immediately start fucking.
Oh.
And then it's kind of like a rollover situation. Like, you know how like your minutes used to roll over.
But with dick.
But with dick. So I rolled over that, and then it's just like a bunch of like hands everywhere. Like, I'm kind of confused eventually. I'm just a little lost. I'm like, okay, we were here. This girl comes up and she whispers in my ear, "You're beautiful." And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. So I get up and I leave.
Oh.
And I'm in, it's like this giant like mansion in Bethesda.
What?
I know. I'm
Andrew and Jesse in Bethesda. If you need any legal help, I am not a lawyer.
You DC elites and your
I
mansions.
was in the best situation for an orgy. I just wasn't ready. It wasn't the right moment for me. I think it ruined orgies for me because knowing me, I think I would be ready for one now, and I don't think I am because of this experience. I'm literally sitting on the couch with my knees up, just going.
Like watching 2 other people fuck in the background, like.
No, they're all in another room, but I'm just like sitting, like regrouping, and they all like come out. They're just like, "Where's Rachel?"
I gotta go.
The naked conga line.
I know. They're just like, "What's up? Where's she doing? How's she going?" And then they see me, and I literally remember. I hear somebody go, "Oh, she's not having a good time,"
No.
and they turn around, and then they all get dressed and come out. They just go, "You doing all right?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I think I'm done. I think I came."
Yeah,
That's
dude,
a cum
I came.
bluff.
Yeah, I came. Yeah.
Definitely.
The
Did I what?
opposite.
Cum? Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
A different cum bluff. I was just like, I already came, guys. I think I'm good. And they're just like, can't girls come more than once? I was like, no, I don't have. That's just me.
Not
I'm
me.
a one and done.
Don't worry about it.
And here's the thing. My orgy
Yeah.
also did not have a good time.
No, see?
The one that I went to on purpose did not. But, all right, so mine was.
Yeah.
So
It's called.
There one the purpose. And yeah,
Yes.
please.
So the one was it's when just my buddies doing some drugs and the dicks came out just Tuesday. The other one, the other one I went to on purpose, and this is a thing called Philly Jacks, and it is a it's a mutual masturbation party for gay men.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to fuck and you're not allowed to blow each other. It is just the safest form of mutual masturbation. So you're in this sort of a warehouse space, and they have all these like little media stations with like porn.
Just out in Camden.
No, it's in Center City.
Right.
Yeah. So there's all these stations with like with lube and with like spray to like clean off the lube and like paper towels, and then porn playing all over the place.
Okay.
And like you have like a bag check, and you're not allowed to be like fully clothed, but you don't have to be fully naked either. So it's just basically people are just jerking off, watching porn.
Kind of hot.
Yeah, kind of hot. But what I discovered is that I am not an exhibitionist. And I discovered it because the thing that happens at these parties is that like young hot dudes will like find each other and start messing around, and then like the older dudes will start circling around and like watching like the hot action. Oh. And this was like for me, like this is 15 years ago. So I was like young hot dude. And so I would get together with somebody, we start jerking each other off, and then all the dudes would come around and start watching, and I would go, and I just could not.
No.
I could not maintain. So then I would like scurry away to like a more dark corner with the porn by myself, and I'd get it hard again, and I'd come back and be like, I'm back.
No, it's cool.
And then right away, same thing would happen.
Jesus.
Could not. And I was like, this is just
What a nightmare.
I know.
Oh my God.
Because in my mind, I'm like a sex beast. I'm an open-minded demon of but like
fuckery.
I'm not really that way. When you get down to it, I just.
I love to fuck, and I will fuck anybody as long as it is just one person in my room with no lights on. I'm so good at that.
Yeah. Everybody's good in their comfort zone.
Yeah. I'm a bit of an exhibitionist, but more in the sense that I don't want to get caught. I want to get caught. But I don't think I ever need somebody. I don't need a third person to like watch. I think we're good. That's fun. Okay, but now we're on to one night stands. That's all.
Yeah.
That was the
We're
third
already
part.
past orgies? All right.
We're done. We gotta
Can I
be done
just say?
with
Can
it.
I just say the coolest thing that happened to me at the orgy? I will
Yes.
say this: there
Yeah.
was one good thing that happened.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So I mentioned the stripper pole, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the lady had been doing some tricks on the stripper pole. Things were cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to put this thing. She was like flipping around, doing crazy stuff, and everybody's like, "Wow, yeah, golf claps or whatever." And then she got off, and the lady at the time I was saying was like, "I want to do that," and I was like, "You don't know how, but fine, do whatever you want." And she gets on it, and she starts to flip, and it wobbles, and it just like whoop, and it just falls straight down. But luckily, King fucking whip shit over here just fucking like hands straight up, catches it, and it stops. Like I catch the pole, things like that. That all happens, and a guy in the background says, "Damn, that dude is strong." And that's the best I felt in all 36 years of my life.
That's like coming.
I may as well have had sex with 20 people.
I think he was trying to get the orgy started. And
Like, damn, everybody check. Does anybody want to fuck that guy? Huh? Come on. That'd be pretty cool. It really was. It felt like, mine felt like it was, everybody was like if people started fucking, it would have just been a pile on. Everybody would just, there's a lot of single dudes. And I like a lot of single dudes who were definitely straight. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And like, it was just like, if two people had started fucking, like, it would just been like, here's a bunch of dicks. Who wants those? Wee.
Certified. Okay, all right. But now one night. Have you ever had a one night stand?
Me specific? Yes.
Yeah, you're the guest. Yeah,
I've had a
I
few.
ask you the question.
I've had fucking. Have I? Yeah, I fuck.
Have you ever almost fucked somebody and then didn't?
More times than I fucked. Plenty.
Okay.
Lordy.
All right, what's a better topic? Either
Probably
one-night
the having.
stands or
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
almost.
What's better, fucking or almost fuck? Fucking. 100% of the time, I've always enjoyed fucking more than I have enjoyed not fucking.
All right, cool.
Just
Ooh, what so controversial yet so brave.
Oh no, one night stands. They're I don't do them very often. Again, still to this day, I still haven't quite figured out. I again go to places to go to them and hang out.
Yeah,
and then I realize afterwards that everybody was trying to fuck, and I'm like, whoops, I'm dumb.
All right, you got one. You got one night stand you want to tell us about? Don't be silent. We don't do dead air.
Rachel. Just
We
fucking
don't
scream
do that.
20 minutes. How about that? No, so I remember one back in the day, back in Alabama, I was hanging out with friends, doing DIY shows. We went to another city, Huntsville, Alabama, home of the U.S. Space and Rocket Center.
Very fun.
Very cool. Where Space Camp is. So,
Want to send your kids to space camp?
send your
Don't
kids to
listen
Space
to this
Camp.
podcast.
Huntsville. Yeah. If you have children, what are you doing? And funny enough, this was well before I had any aspirations at all to be a comic.
Okay.
And I was hanging out, and there was a lady there, and we just hit it off. And she was like, "Yeah, I'm a comic. I have a Twitter, blah blah blah." And I was like, "I'm funny. I can do Twitter." And she handed me her phone. She's like, "Tweet something." And
That's kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I
wow,
honestly
wow.
respect the fuck out of this.
Whew, pressure.
And then
Yeah.
I was not funny in the slightest. I
Okay.
could not think of anything to tweet.
Surprise.
And I think what basically happened is both of us got drunk enough, aka I got drunk enough, that she was just like, you know what, okay, fine.
Oh, okay.
Again, a woman wanted to have sex with me more than I realized, and she was just like, you know what, get in my car.
Okay.
Fucking, I'm done with this.
Ooh.
And then we went home. Back to her place. I think had some disappointing sex. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yes.
And I woke up the next day, and she was like, "I got to go to work." And I was like,
Okay.
okay."
So that's a really underwhelming. So one night stands underwhelming overall. I think as a thing, one night stands are generally underwhelming.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean they can be.
Alejandro's a good one.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will say, for me, not many one night stands in my life. I come bluffed into a one night stand where I did have a very big orgasm, and then we sat in silence for about 10 minutes, and then he went, "All right, I'm gonna go," and it was somebody I went to school with. So that is my experience, which is just I will come, but also we won't speak. But I had a rule, which was if I was gonna have sex with you, I wanted to at least have sex 3 times.
Oh.
Because first time you can be nervous, and by the second time it's a bit of like the audition, like the rehearsal. And then by the third time, if you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to call in your understudy.
Boom.
Little
Okay.
theater talk. All right, you guys. You know what, Zach? I
Hey.
think we're dating now.
We're dating.
We're dating.
Yeah.
Look at us. Guys, if you'd like to join the We're Dating Sex Orgy Pod, come on. We're going to start an Eventbrite. Make sure to sign up for it. Single women are free. Couples free. Single men free. Come on down. We'll just
You don't
fucking
shut this
bring your
podcast
own
down. We
snacks.
shut this
blow
podcast
loads
down.
in you. Come on now.
Doritos.
This is not your.
Cool
Yeah, we will
Ranch.
provide Doritos,
Yes.
Smart Food popcorn, Cheetos, and then also
Cotton candy flavored lube.
So tasty. All right, guys, we're dating. Bye.
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 Do you guys want to do plugs or
Plugs for our podcast.
shows in your podcast
Oh.
at the end of these? Or
You should have done that. Do you want to do a
do you wanna
plug
do a
for a
plug
show?
also?
So right before we go into that, I think there's a place I can stop it and we can just put this in.
Sure. Give me a thing. When will this air ish?
In like a month?
You should be
April?
wait. So we're out on the tank. You guys should be 2 weeks from now, right? Because we put one.
Yeah, because we
out.
have
Farting
let's
and
see here, we have
pissing and
Rachel- we have
shitting
Rachel
and
You should. This would be
coming.
the 20th. I'm
April
shooting
20th,
for.
420.
Sorry, March 20th. We don't
March
have anything
20th.
else in the tank, right? We don't have any other episodes.
Yeah, we do. We
Oh
have
yeah,
Michael
yeah.
and
You guys have a
Rachel.
couple built up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Okay.
So April. What would that be?
Well, if anybody happens to be
24th.
in Erie, Pennsylvania, I'll be there on 420.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
Oh, I'll have a show
We
in.
should-
I've got maybe 2 shows probably coming up.
Well, coming up how soon?
April.
All right. Do you want to?
Yeah, and you guys should probably plug your Instagram and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Let's do that.
let's do
All right.
that.
So let's
We'll
jump
plug
in.
it.
All right.
I'll just give you a clap and we'll just go. It'll fit together nicely. All right.
Okay.
All right, time for some plugs. Zach, what are you going to have coming up?
Hey, folks, if you really enjoyed my stories and you'd like to see what my wiener looks like, or hear some of my funny jokes, I'll be performing at in Erie, Pennsylvania, and Erie Don't Tell on 420. Hey,
Woo!
we time. Whee! I really hate that I did that. But I also should have, for Case Comedy, I'll be having a special showcase on 4/9. That's a Tuesday, April 9th, called Tonight. It's going to be a late-night talk show. Going to have great comics coming out, and then we're going to interview them, and I'm going to be a son of a bitch the whole time. So come out for that. That should be a blast. Case Comedy out at, should be Abyssinia,
Yep.
I think is where that is.
Yes, it is.
Out in West Philly, question mark. You can put can we put the address here? Thank you. We'll do that. And honestly, if you want to see me not only doing my bits, having some stand-up, I play a lot of golf, I get half naked a lot, check out my Instagram, at TugboatSim 2019. That's at TugboatSim 2019. That's right, it's like a tugboat simulator 2019. Probably the best video game no one ever came up with. Honestly, if you don't join me on my Instagram, I might find you. I might figure out what you look like, and then I'll give you a big smooch on the mouth. And then yeah, I think it'll be great. Anyway, come out to my shows. Give me a big kiss. Pay me $4 million. I am unemployed, so if you would like to give me a job, that's fun too. Other than that,
Plug your Venmo.
you know what? If you want to see me on Instagram or Venmo or Twitter or TikTok, it's at TugboatSim 2019 across the internet.
Wow.
At TugboatSim 2019. That's right. It is stupid, but it's funny.
That's branding.
Yeah, I was gonna say this plug is so long. We're definitely not gonna use all of it.
Please use as much of it as possible. In fact, if you have to cut out some of the episode, I would prefer it.
That's fair. I guess my Instagram handle is at Rachel Petiters, exactly how you think it is. It's Rachel Petite and then RS at the end. I have shows at Brauhaus Schmitz every second Thursday of the month. So if you just follow me, you will see those. Also, you can follow More Please Philly, and that is like my little production thing. It's my comedy collective. I produce shows out of there, and if you follow the Instagram, you'll see all the shows, and it's a lot of fun. Also, if you just want to Venmo me for things, I am going to plug my Venmo because I think that that's fun. It's Rachel-Peters21. That is Rachel-Peters21. Just send me money. Just send me money, because why not? I like this. I like plugging Venmo.
All right, well, I'm doing okay for money, but I have no dick pics. So you can send those on Instagram at Alejandro El Great, like Alexander the Great, but Alejandro El Great on Instagram. And you guys had such great plugs. I got nothing going on. Bye.
Yay! Bye!
You know what is an amazing idea, Rachel?
What's an amazing idea?
Liking and subscribing
Oh my God, you're very, very right.
to us.
To us at we.r.datingpod on Instagram, and you can find us under that on YouTube as well.
That's right. That's we.r.datingpod, and that's the letter R.
Yeah, that was my bad.
You'll figure it out.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.